So let me ask you, Jay. You know, let's go to today's generation of gangs, and let's do a comparison to where, from your standpoint, your opinion, kind of express and explain it to them when we talk what we mean by that as far as why we keep utilizing the word structure, morals, principles, and values. Because we
Because
wouldn't be in this type of limit that we in right now with our youngsters to be all buck wild like it is. It has some structure
well,
behind it.
back then it was. We had structure. We listened to the big homies. Uh, we understood. Everybody had a place in the hood. Everybody basically had a position. You know what I'm saying? Your fathers, your soldiers, generals, and all that other shit. We had that. So the big homies played a big part because the big homies is the ones that was trying to keep it the way they started it. You know what I'm saying? Once the hood today lost that, you lost everything. Now you got renegades out there shooting people just because they female wearing a blue shirt. You know what I'm saying? Now it's just chaotic. You doing shit on your own without having the big homies in the hood in your ear, the DPs, the discipline. You know what I'm saying? Nobody getting disciplined for doing some stupid shit. Or we good with these cats over here, but you gonna go shoot at them. That type of shit. So you got a lot of BS on the street today. You got a lot of cats on the street today that think they're gang members, but they want to be gangbangers and don't know the difference between the two. You know what I'm
Click it
saying?
off for me.
Uh, Me personally, gangbanging was gangbanging. It wasn't about going out there snatching a purse. It wasn't about breaking into houses. It wasn't about all that other shit. Gangbanging was a purpose. Gangbanging was to go out and seek and destroy your opponents, the other people. A lot of cats got it twisted now because now is casualties of war, homies killing homies. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it all boils down to nobody got respect on the streets no more. Ain't nobody looking at the big homie like, man, I'm gonna be like this dude. Or this, man, I like his gangster. Ain't nobody looking at it like that. Today, gangbangers is, and you don't know who they are because they wearing tight jeans and their hair is different colors. They wearing. I ain't talking about you, but and it just looked different. My days, gangbanging was khakis, motherfucking all stars in
Yeah,
a
it was the
t-shirt and a
uniform. It was the
motherfucking hat. We
uniform.
was ready. The whole khaki suit, whether it was red or black. You know what I'm saying? The gray, brown. We got up to get ready for the shit. These cats is out 24 hours a day, and there's more alcohol, more different type of drugs out there, and they just off the hook with it. So, gang banging in the '80s was totally different than what you have now. You got the little homies seeking to kill you. You got you got homies killing homies over the smallest shit, over a bitch. You know, you couldn't come back to the hood if you did some foul shit like that. You wouldn't coming back to the hood if you told on the homie. You wouldn't coming back to the hood after they got paperwork on you and we sitting there reading it. And now you can come in the hood and party and kick it and do your goddamn thing. You can still do what you want to do. So there's no rules, there's no respect, there's no loyalty, and now cat got an understanding of what the fuck they doing out there. So it's a big difference, and it's today. It's not even worth it. It's not even worth being a part of it. You know, uh, I refused because I lost my brothers to the homies. So that was one reason for me not to be a part of the situation no more. You know what I'm saying? And then you get older. I'm 55 now, so you know that this ain't for you. I'm too old. I'm raising grandchildren, so you know we learn. But I lost a lot of homies at 16, 14, 13 that was just got put on in the hood, and he out there on some I want to be like y'all and get popped. You know what I'm saying? Or just out there got caught in somebody tilt. Um, Back then, the police was a cold thing for us too, because they would set that ass up. You know what I'm saying? So it's Totally changed. It's totally different.
So let me ask you this, Jay. Another question, right quick. Let me speak on this. Then, what is your actual opinion, man? For one, when we were coming up and we would do our thing, we had this thing where Sundays was like our only days off, basically, as a gang banger slash gang member. It was our only days off because Sundays we gave that to our elders, the church. You know, elders was moving around on the Sunday.
Sunday was kickback.
Yeah, so basically what I'm saying is, you know, agreeing with what my Brad said is that it was so much structure and rules behind the shit. So that's what made everything so much in order for a lot of these neighborhoods, Damus and Keyways, because they had structure and they moved with structure. So now, today, there's no respect factor behind this shit because we losing kids, man. Kids. 4, 5, 3, 2, 1 years old at a baby shower. What the fuck is a 1-year-old doing get shot, man? So I want to turn that over to my G1, man, so I can get his opinion on how he feel about this social media, because I had to put this out here, about this social media shit that we going through today, man, when everybody hollering about Black Lives Matter and Black this, and they did all the psychological movement that they have us do, but you fuckers turn around and go kill kids, man. Kids, bro. What's your opinion and your take on that, man?
Well, a lot of us out there ain't thinking about the consequences. It's easy to put a fucking gun in your hand and go and pop 15 niggas standing in the crowd. That crowd gonna disperse. You gonna still shoot at them. At the end of the day, somebody that had nothing to do with that or being around them is the victim. You feel me? Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Matter, we gotta fix us. We gotta fix our neighborhoods. If we don't go to the hood and fix that, fuck a march, fuck looting and all that shit, because if Black Lives Matter, we'll be getting at the homies or these youngsters out here killing each other still. It don't matter if we continue to kill each other. Who looking funny? We looking funny because we still killing each other. So just like the white man say, and I agree, you know, you motherfuckers keep killing each other, y'all helping us.
Right.
And that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. And we're going to continue to do that until people like us sitting at this round table get off our ass and then go to the hood, and then let's get some shit going where we can fix these cats over here getting at these cats. All of it's for nothing. All of it's over bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't say Black Lives Matter. Maybe to some people it do. But to me, it ain't gonna matter until black people fix black people.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a waste of time to be out there with all the propaganda. You know, some people, you know, coming up off of the word Black Lives Matter. But we still in the hood on the same shit. So if those people that's doing the Black Lives Matters put them signs down, go to the hood and say black men matter. Let's stop killing each other. So until they do that, man, we're going to still have the same old shit. And it's going to continue. And this is exactly what they want us to do. If we keep doing what we do, they keep their jobs. They keep doing what they do. Y'all seen through all this rioting and looting and shit, you had white men painting their face black. You had more white people out on the riots than in the protesters than you had us out there. You know what I'm saying? And Black lives don't matter if you just want to get a situation like this to go out there and break in a motherfucking shoe store or steal some fucking hair. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting kind of pissed off, but yeah, it don't matter. It don't matter, Nino. And it's crazy.
But no, that's your opinion though about it. So you're entitled to be pissed off because you have an opinion. Because I was pissed. This is what pisses me off. Since you pissed off, I'm pissed off.
Come on, let's roll then.
That's what pissed me off.
Let's roll.
My whole thing is, like I said on a few of my videos when it was going down, I could have easily got out there and you know, because I got a few phone calls and I turned them down. You know, I got a couple of calls from, you know, the nation and a few calls like, come on out, bro, we need your support, man, your leadership. I ain't touching that. I'm doing something already on a whole nother level on my own, by myself, independently. Me, my queen, my nonprofit organization, her nonprofit organization, and a few others. So what we did, I start feed. I want to touch the people.
Right.
Since we in an epidemic right now. What I'm about to do, and I've been doing it for the last 3 months, I've been feeding up to 3,000 to 4,000 people monthly. At the end of the month, I go out, I just touch bases with any city. We need to hit Compton. So me and you, that's gonna be our next move. We gonna
Man, I
hook
need
up
to do that. I'll be
TGSC
doing that.
and,
I'll be into
and RE.
that.
We gonna hook up, man.
Right.
Hit Compton. So we touch our people.
Right.
Where they see our faces. We out there with the people, and I'm touching the people, feeding the people. For me, bro, that's a burst of energy coming from where we come from with this shit here. And me going to get back like that on my own. My PR ain't telling me, my agency ain't telling me to do this. I did it on my own. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So I love that shit. I'm comfortable with it. As opposed to going out here, standing next to Snoop or one of these niggas, and I'm chanting Black Lives Matter. This nigga getting a check. Of course, I'm getting a check too. But that's all we doing it for.
Well,
it ain't from the heart. So
well, you
my
gotta
whole thing, hold, follow me.
Go ahead.
So my whole thing is, what pisses me off is, nigga, I didn't grow up like that. I'm a warrior. And when it's time to go to war, we go to war. We ain't all that crying. Some of us finna die. We ain't coming back tonight. You need to understand that. But them white folks gonna feel us because we went and played they tune. We fought fire with fire. So my thing is, I rock with the X. I respect Martin. I respect his philosophies and analogies, but Martin was cut. Malcolm X was uncut. So I fucks with X. I fucks with his analogy, his philosophies. We gonna go same as Black Panther, P. Huey Newton. I got the right to bear arms and do this against you who trying to press and do this to me. I would be illiterate and stupid to sit here and not understand that and fight back. So what I do is I fight. So me, I can't go out there and chant if we ain't ready to fight.
I look at it like this: keeping it 100 and being 100. Half of this shit we created our motherfucking selves. Us as black men putting ourselves out there, the destruction that we caused in our days. That's why I say, if I'm on this page, I got to be 100 with it. And I think everybody need to be 100 with self before they can go out here and be 100 with that cat, or any organization. So if you feeding the homeless, that's in your heart. That's what we gonna do. I'm not with no organization that don't understand where we need to go. We gotta educate ourselves before we go out there and start fucking with anybody. With anybody. We gotta put the fucking guns down before we start fucking with anybody. Half of us get mad when we see this white man choking out a brother. We do more harm to us, but that shit is foul. When we see it on TV and then they don't do shit, Rodney King, what we get? We didn't do shit but tear down our own shit. We got to get it smart right here.
Right.
We got to understand what the fuck we doing, where we going, and how we going to get there. If we don't do that, we stagnate. We stuck. We right here where we at. So I understand all that. The Black Power and all of that, that's a movement that everybody in. But, man, self-pride, self-understanding, we got to understand that, and we got to figure out where our role is on this level, like we did in the hood. So now I'm not creating all that shit that I did in the hood. I'm not it's not self-destruction. I'm not destroying. Now we trying to build. Now we trying to get some shit right. That's why we on these platforms and these microphones talking about, let's say, these little youngsters out here. Half of the youngsters don't want to listen to what we got to say because, if they ain't on that page, he a turncoat, he doing this, he doing that. But motherfucker, if you don't listen to what these grown-ass niggas got to say, when you get to prison with that 40, you're going to, I should have listened to the motherfuckers.
So how about this then? We got a youngin'. Scoot up to the mic, nephew.
What's going on,
Scoot
everybody?
Up. Scoot your chair up. He's gonna speak from their generation, their era. He's in that 20 era. So what's your opinion about it then? How you feel in this era, y'all era? What's your opinion about the actual rioting and the looting and everything that we just talking about?
Okay, so first off, I like to say, I'm 23, born 1997. And pretty much coming from my generation, us doing that, I understand, the pain, the anger, and everything like that, but it's not the way. We got to come with structure. My generation has no structure whatsoever, you feel me?
So you strongly
I
understand
strongly
that.
understand that 100% in my soul. You feel me? We have no structure whatsoever. Like, just last night, to add on all the looting, rioting, all this crazy stuff going on. Just last night in Chicago, a funeral got shot up. You feel me? So, I don't even know how to respond to anything or feel about that, because that's just that says itself.
What was the cause? What was the depth behind a funeral
Man,
being shut up?
I have no idea, but a funeral got shot up. I saw it on the news, like 12 people got injured, different things like that. But that just go to show the foolishness we got amongst my generation. Like, it wasn't enough that one person had to die from whatever that beef was about. Now we got to take it out on the families. You feel me? So it's like, there's no structure at all. Now, even when it comes to the looting, it's not in the riot and it's not organized. You feel me? We just gonna take stuff. Like, then what do we do? You dig what I'm saying? Because currency itself, physical paper cash money, is about to become digital. So it's like, what is all this stuff gonna be worth if we're not moving strategically amongst my generation? Because we just care about, all this trendy fashion, all this pop culture that's going on out here, everything we see on the radio, everything we see in movies. But it's like, we're not focused. Like, all these stores shutting down, different things like that. Ain't nobody thinking about growing their own food. You feel me? Ain't nobody thinking about just being self-sustaining. If the government just really say, damn, we can't fix the problem, I don't know, nigga, we just gonna sit here just depending on the system. You feel
So
me?
you, as a 23-year-old, what would be your suggestion out there to your peers? Like how can we get together as OGs, our YGs, BGs, and try to revamp this entire situation that we have allowed ourselves to be entrapped in, man, as black men, black women, period. We have to rebuild and revamp ourselves to understand the throne of what a king and a queen really mean. You can't just throw that word around. This is like you telling somebody you love them. You can't say you love a woman if it's not sincere from your heart. You can't just tell a woman that just to tell her because you know that's the thing to say, or you trying to get you some. So the whole thing is, what would be your 23-year advice as growing up, having individuals like myself in your life, and other individuals who can give you that guidance and that structure and that understanding? Then what would be your response and your opinion as to how do we kind of get together and fix this shit? How do we, and when you speak it, I want you to speak it globally, because we're not talking about no West Coast. We talking globally, because we got babies dying now, bro. And my whole thing is save our children. It's always, everything is hashtag save our children. And when I say our, I mean ours as a culture, period. Just people who are real parents, grandparents, aunties, uncles. So tell TV Land, what would be your opinion? Move Tyler face. And what would be your opinion to that, man, as y'all generation? Like, what can we do?
In 4 words, shut up and listen. Like, it's a lot of things, like, we think we know it all.
Repeat that, nephew.
Shut up and listen. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, we always talking, and a lot of times the talking be unnecessary, you know what I'm saying? Like, when you moving real strategically and different things like that on, like, some boss tactics, it's like everything is on a need-to-know basis. Everything is on a, like, every move is with a strategic, precise mission, you feel me? And no one has a mission out here, And then we just want to talk, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. And a lot of the music, it'll tell you, I don't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? That's what we running around here. That's the vibe. Like, I don't give a fuck. That's why shooting and all this different stuff is going on. No one gives a fuck. That's what we portray out here to I guess want to be what you actually are, you feel me? And my generation really isn't that, you know what I'm saying? No one is really built that way. No one is really about that. They're just doing stuff, not knowing the consequence, you dig what I'm saying? I got a lot of homies that I done lost coming up and different things like that. And then it's crazy because I'm not a gangbanger, you dig what I'm saying? I don't gangbang. I've never really been in trouble, nothing like that. So it's I've always been around it though. I've come up around it. I've had homies that sold drugs. I've had female friends who hoe. You dig what I'm saying? So I know the whole culture. I know everything on what's going on. But it's like me myself. You feel me? I just try to move different and move with a purpose. Like, I'm actually really trying to start my own business, and what it is, it's like slapping it together where it's like self-expression. It's your brand, your event, your movement. So it's about you. You know, we steady want to buy name brands and put into the white man and put into the system. So it's like, how do we really do something? Like, we got to come back together on the black economics type stuff, you know, the structure, Black Wall Street. You know, these are things we had burned down when no one's focused on getting this back. And it's definitely not my generation on anybody that's trying to move on.
Real quick, let me reiterate on what you just said. When you use the word white man, right? Do you mean that from, and I want your all honesty, opinion, and answer from it, just direct. It's either yay, nay, or you can explain to me how. But when you use that word white man, do you mean that in a racial standpoint, or are you coming from a place of anger, white man? What's your analogy of it? Because I have my own analogy of why I use the word or why I express it. So I want to know what yours is. Then we're gonna shift to Jay.
I ain't gonna sugarcoat it.
Yeah, I don't want you to.
Okay.
Shit, what the fuck you mean? This is rules
so-
of engagement, man. By the way, you tapped in and tuned in to rules of engagement, ROE, man. The making of Bounty Hunter BJ, and this is where we tell it for the people, how the people, for the people, to the people, by the people, man. It's uncut, man, because it's my fucking show, man. Roll.
All right, so when it comes to what I think about the using the terminology white man, honestly, being in college, I was in college. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna keep it real. I did drop out, but I was in college and I did pay attention, and I did get a 4.0 the first term, and pretty much settlers from England. You feel me? Being the third child, the first child, it was like they were granted all the royalties of the family and different things like that. The second brother and things like that. They kind of just you know, kick them off.
Everything was at ease.
Like no, not at ease. The second brother kind of, it was like you don't have those royalties and all the, like the first child does, the junior and different things like that. You're just kind of, they push you away kind of thing. You dig what I'm saying? Treat you like a third wheel type of thing. You did situation. So pretty much they wanted to leave England, and they got together. They knew it wasn't no one man's wealth that can get the mission that they wanted at hand. So are you familiar with the Manifest Destiny?
Mm-hmm.
So that's when they came and they took you know, the land from the Indians and everything like that. So they came over here with a mission, with a purpose. Like, we have a goal. We don't want to be the third wheel. We want the royalties that our brothers have. And
Okay,
like
but let me cut you off from there.
I wanted to give a little history.
You. Oh, okay.
I was learning something
Oh,
here.
okay, go ahead. So you was giving us the history leading up to your actual
He
answer.
educated
all
me.
right, I'm gonna keep it real.
But you know
Go
what?
ahead.
I'm gonna keep it real.
Come on.
I'm gonna come with it. So like, they settled here, you feel me, back in like the 1600s, and then you got Jamestown, right?
Mm-hmm.
So King James, that was the king of England, and that's why they called it Jamestown, and then it's Virginia because Queen Elizabeth, she was a virgin. So, you know, they settled here. They built the country. They designed the country. So it's not, I have best friends that are white people, you feel me? And I even have some white friends that agree with me on a lot of the things that I stand for. And it's never a racial thing. It's never singling them out. Like you said, it's a lot of more white people out there than it is black people out there.
So why
Black
do
Lives
you
Matter.
use the word
Because
white? Is it okay? Wait. Let me say it like this. Then let me put it in this terms. Me personally, when I use it, I'm using it talking about the masses, the power within. I ain't talking about all white people in the world, because you got poor white people, upper middle class white people.
All that.
I got my whole
Hood
team
white
is
people.
Caucasians.
All that.
My whole team right now, my whole film production team is white folks. The people that believe in me is white. So there's no way I would sit here and be a hypocrite to say, fuck white people. It ain't about white. So my whole thing is, when I use the terminology phrase of white man, I like to break it down with a differentiate on what I'm talking about, so that they understand, or the people who's listening. So it's like, for me, I'm talking about the massive, the people who control the world, who got us in the situation we in now, who trying to start a biracial war with the Mexicans, the brown, the black, the white, all that. So that's what I mean. It's on you, Jay.
You said I think we give them too much credit. White people, I think we give them too much credit. They some smart motherfuckers. They understand this shit. But
Very
if we
smart.
give them too much credit, white people is just white people to me. You know what I'm saying? You white, just like they say black people. You just white people to me. You know what I'm saying? I learned and I understand that in certain things, the white man runs shit. In maybe all aspects. Police, they got the pencil. You just got to figure out how you gonna sway around that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? That pencil, because that's what's gonna send you to prison for 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Talking, and they write it the way they hear it. White people is white people to me, man. And I'm not a hater on it. I got some cool white people like you do. I think we all do. You know, some cool brothers. People that's in this house, cool white people. All white people ain't like that because they got different agendas.
Yes.
The ones that have different agendas, them the ones I despise. I don't like, and that's where when we go there. So it's not all white people, like it's not all black people, like it ain't all Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? We out here attacking the vendors, the Mexicans, the brown, and it's some crazy shit. What the fuck y'all doing this? You know, I don't want to touch on that on your show, but
no, come on, speak on it. Speak on it. Elaborate on it.
It's a damn shame when you got blacks and browns that's trying to stick together, trying to do this shit together. They standing out here with signs say Black Lives Matter, and around the corner, we taking $20 from the man that's selling tacos and ice cream out here. We on some bullshit. But you got a lot of brothers out there is banding together with them and stopping this shit. Man, we reckless. And we got to stop being reckless. That's the only way we going to be whole, if we fix us. If we don't fix us, this won't be possible. In another 5, 10 years, a whole lot of shit is going to change for us if we don't fix us. And that's where I'm at.